Hello parents and professionals, and welcome to the video for today. Today is going to be a slightly different one because instead of giving you some good, hard, striking advice, I'm going to share with you something very interesting and exciting. I'm going to be sharing with you the results of a research project that NLP4Kids has been carrying out in respect of the effects of our techniques and our methodologies on anxiety and depression in children and young people. The pilot study is now completed and I have the data, the results, right here in front of me, and I would like to share them with you today. I'm going to be reading off the screen because I have had the data emailed over to me with the summary of the data, which was put together by statisticians who are part of a company called Our Healthy Future. This is an organisation who help alternative organisations like ourselves to be able to collate empirical evidence that the work that they're delivering does make a tangible, significant difference to the people that they're working with. This company is based at Alderhay Children's Hospital. The statisticians there have pulled together all of our data and given us a breakdown of what that looks like in summary, and that's what I'm going to be sharing with you today. So here's what it said. We are determining the impact of the NLP4Kids program on symptoms of anxiety and depression in children as measured by the revised Children's Anxiety and Depression Scale. Despite the importance of positive mental health being well established, recent emerging data suggest a deterioration in mental health amongst children. In order to combat this, the NLP4Kids franchise was established to deliver a series of classes on mental well-being using neuro-linguistic programming, NLP techniques. Although NLP4Kids has collated anecdotal evidence to suggest an improvement in children's mental health, they have yet to collate any quantitative data to reinforce this claim. Methods. A prospective questionnaire-based study was designed. Children enrolled onto the NLP4Kids program would be asked to complete the 25-item Revised Children's Anxiety and Depression Scale, RCADS, which is a short form survey prior to and following completion of the NLP4Kids program. The 25-item RCADS has been shown to be a robust scoring tool for symptoms of childhood anxiety and depression. Pre- and post-intervention scores were collated and statistical analysis was conducted to determine the significance of any observational differences. Results. 13 participants were identified for inclusion in the final study. Of the 25 domains within the RCADS questionnaire, the NLP4Kids intervention led to a reduction in the mean score in 20 of the 25 domains, that's 80%, assessing severity of anxiety and depression symptoms. When comparing the difference in average symptoms as per the 25-item RCADS score, there was a statistically significant reduction in the severity of symptoms in the anxiety, depression, and anxiety and depression domains following the NLP4Kids intervention. Based upon the pilot data collected, there is evidently significant positive impact of the NLP4Kids NLP program in reducing the symptoms of anxiety and depression as per the 25-item RCADS score. Further studies are needed utilizing larger data sets and a control comparison group to further delineate the impacts of the NLP4Kids program. Additional studies identifying the impact of the NLP4Kids programs on additional metrics of mental health would be of interest and are warranted. So I'm going to pop on the screen now the actual score results and explain to you what these mean and what they look like. So we have the 25-item RCADS is basically 25 different questions that the participants in the study were asked prior to the intervention and then again at the end of the intervention. And these questions help to evaluate their levels of anxiety, depression, and anxiety and depression together. So here is the pre-scores for depression in the group that we worked with. So collectively they had a pre-score of 13.8 in their severity of depression, and after the intervention was finished, their post score for depression was 9.85. For anxiety, their pre-scores prior to the intervention was 24.8, and the levels of anxiety had dropped down to 17 following the intervention. And for anxiety and depression combined, their pre-scores were 38.5 and had dropped down following the intervention to 26.8. And those are our statistically significant differences as a result of the intervention that was carried out. And to show it to you in a slightly more colourful format, here's what it looks like on a bar graph, because you know I love a bar graph. So you can clearly see that the baseline, which is the pre-scores, is much higher than the post-scores, which are the scores that are taken after the intervention had happened. This particular intervention was the NLP4Kids Reduce Anxiety workshop series. This is a series of 10 different interventions that take place over the course of 10 weeks, and each session is just 1 hour long. So within 10 hours or 10 weeks, we were able to achieve those results by following a very specific program of NLP4Kids techniques in order to reduce their anxiety, their depression, and their anxiety and depression combined. Whilst this is not the final piece of work, this was a pilot study. This was like dipping our toes into the pool of research to see if it was going to be worth our while doing something bigger and shinier. And based on the evidence that we have collated there, I think we can conclude that yes, it is definitely worth us doing this on a much bigger scale going forward. And that could well be where you come in, because if you are a person who is looking to work with children and young people in the way that we do, and you would like to be helping them to achieve those statistically significant reductions in anxiety and depression, then maybe we're the right sort of organisation for you to be working with. If you are someone who is based in a school and you have got children and young people who you see struggling with these types of disorders and you want to make that kind of significant difference, then find out, give us a call and find out if there's an NLP practitioner based near where you are, because we would like to be in a position to be able to collate more data moving forward, and that means that we need more young people to be able to work with. So I hope that that has been useful and interesting to hear about the results of our pilot study today. Thank you so much for watching. If you have not already subscribed to our YouTube channel, then make sure you do so by clicking the red subscribe button. Hit the notifications bell hard like that so that you get notified the next time we upload a video, and make sure you hook up with us on all of our different social media channels, which will be listed in the description box below. But for now, thank you so much for watching and listening, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.